Hello there. So good evening. And we are live. So just going to wait for a few people to get on and then we can get started. So going to wait for people to come on before we get started. So how is everyone doing today? Vanilla Kaki Cora. Oh, hello. Good evening. The late gamer, lovely. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Just gonna wait for people to come on. Hey, John, good evening. How is everyone doing today? What fragrance is everyone wearing this evening? So for me, obviously, as you can imagine, I'm wearing one of the fragrances that I'm gonna be talking about. Is that new Insta you made or one of them stupid dodgy ones? That is very much me. I meant to, and I will let everyone know that that is me. And on that page, I intend to share a bit more of other things I like, because I don't want to be spamming perfume lovers with my lipsticks or my dresses or my shoes or my bags. So I intend to share that sort of thing over there. So do follow, and depends if you like to see what does she get up to. Things like that. That is what is going to be going on over there. Paul is in the house. Good evening. Kat is in the house. Good evening. So yes, that is what is going to be happening. And I'm super excited because we have 5 fragrances. Yes, 5 fragrances to get through. So, and this is not something very newish. It is newish, but I've mentioned this brand before on here. And I see Karina is in the house. Good evening. So thank you very much. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. So we've got 5 fragrances to talk about, and the names are quite very interesting, which is quite lovely. And I've spoken to the lady behind the brand, Iona, and if you are not following, you should check them out. If you are on Insta, they are on Instagram. So do check them out. And all these fragrances, it's a very new house. They are all fragrances out of Romania, and they have the 5 fragrances, and there are actually 4 of them are unisex. Only one is especially made for women, but believe it or not, it's very much unisex as well. And as well, these fragrances are made in Dubai by a perfumer out of Romania. So, and it's a new house. So they are all from 2020. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a background about the house, some information. Let me pick an IG today, Kat. Yes, that was lovely. Although I noticed Kat did say that those fragrances weren't as good as she was expecting. I mean, yeah. So, yes. So that is what is going on. Before I get started, what fragrance is everyone wearing? I think I know a few. I don't know what Karina is wearing. Paul, I don't think I've seen what you're wearing. I know what John is gone with, and I think Kat had a post as well. So yes, do share what is everybody wearing. And for me, I've gone with a fragrance from the brand. So this is their Mara, and this is the only one from the brand which is designed especially for women. And Mara, lovely presentation, a bit of black and gold. Who doesn't love that? And that is leather on there. So that's leather on the cup. Like so. I don't know, why isn't it focusing the camera? Okay, so that's the cup. I thought that's quite lovely. Catching up. Karina says he's wearing Santo Complete. I love that one. Lots of gorgeous sprays. Oh, yes. You can't help yourself with that one. You have to go in with a few sprays and just enjoy it, don't you? And I go with Ledger. Oh, Ledger X. Speaking of Ledger X, actually, at this point, before I get started, let me mention as well, yes, the Centurion, our very own, is released a new fragrance, Ledger X, and I got Ledger X, the sample, and looking forward to talk about that. I actually have a video coming up I think I'll post it tomorrow. I have a video, I've given my initial impressions, and that should be up, I think, tomorrow, because I'm not gonna have 2 videos up in the evening. I think that would be a bit too much. So that's what we've got, and Ledger, so far so good. So well done to Scott, much congratulations. And nice bottle, says Kat. Yes, classy looking. It is very classy looking, isn't it? Who doesn't love a bit of black and gold? I do. I do love black and gold. So anyway, something fell off my lap there, and I need to get the sample to hope tomato leaf is good. Do you know what? Actually, the fragrance is really good. So it opens up quite, obviously, quite sharp with the grapefruit and some bergamot. It's quite citrus at the top. And I enjoyed the dry down. And it was my scent of the evening yesterday as well. And even when I woke up, it was still on my arm. I could smell it. And on my jammies, I could smell it. So performance-wise, very good projection. It's so far a solid release. And John said the one as a premiere, someone has a premiere on YouTube Saturday night about the fragrance. Oh, okay, that is very exciting. Well, my initial impressions will be up tomorrow. I think I'll post it tomorrow. I'm not gonna post it tonight, only because I do not want to spam everybody. You know, like they have nothing else to do. Anyway, all that talk, very long lasting, absolutely. And Paul, this is how I sample a fragrance for longevity as well. Most of the times I'm like, if I go to bed, I wake up, I can smell it. That is good performance to me, because then I'm giving myself sort of, if I'm, depending what time I'm going to bed, and by the time I wake up, it's still on there. That's good. So very good. It's a great fragrance, I must say. Very good. And the price point as well, it's very fair, isn't it? So looking forward to getting a bottle very soon. Right, our samples are looking like so. So we've got these. Do you know what? Samples are quite a nuisance to show, aren't they? But there we go. So these are our samples. At this point, I must mention as well, this is even very possible just because of FRAGRANTICA's Calaj. So he sent me these samples because he stocks this brand in his shop, niche scent. So if anyone is looking to pick these up, or maybe want to try as Calaj, he would, I'm sure, very happy to send out samples and stuff like that. So instead of buying a full bottle, you can just buy samples. Let's get started. So the fragrances that we're gonna talk about, we've got 5, and this is my scent of the day, by the way. Anyone joining, that's the scent of the day, and this is Mara. So maybe we can even go with Mara to talk about Mara first. Yes. You have to beat me, don't you? To sing it. Oh, John. Oh, John. Oh, maybe. Okay. I won't say much about that. We'll talk, John. We'll talk. We'll talk. I didn't even. We'll talk. I feel like a blonde at the minute. Anyway, so Mara, very nice fragrance. And this, like I said, it's the one that's especially for women, and it's a lovely sweet fragrance. I've done, I think, initial impressions on this one. It's gorgeous, and there's some hints of like a tobacco, but it's lovely. It's got some vanilla, very sweet, very, very sweet. There's some apple as well there, so it's like a lovely juice, red apple. That I get like a red apple, not a green apple, like lovely juicy. So yeah, and The PJs must smell divine. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, they did. And do you know what? I will tell you. The previous night, I did spray, that was Francesca Bianchi's Lover's Tale. And that fragrance, it's quite unmalic, but gorgeously so. And yesterday when I sprayed Ledger, it's like something happened, some kind of magic, because I didn't change the beddings, obviously, yesterday. And I could still smell a bit of that Francesca Bianchi. And that unmalic mixed with the citrus. When I got into bed, I was like, this is so nice. This is so nice. And then I literally smelled, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. The two are mixing. So I thought, you know what? I've found a good combo. I will have to try when I've got, especially the bottles. That I think would be one of my favorite things to wear together. And John says, FRAGRANTICA is bloody amazing, chap. He is, isn't it? Yeah. FRAGRANTICA is amazing. You go first. It deserves the proper first impression. Oh, John, please. Oh, John. Come on, John. John, you still don't know how amazing you are. You still don't know how amazing you are. Like, I enjoy your reviews, and I'm not professional whatsoever. I'm just learning as much as everybody else is. So relax you into a beautiful sleep. Yes. Gorgeous, isn't it? Probably that's why I had lovely dreams, sweet dreams. Right, let's get cracking. Let's go with, let's start with Karim, I think. So we've got Karim. So I'll write this one on here. So we've got Karim. That's the name. Miya, shh, we don't need this. Okay. I've thrown the keys away as well. We've got Karim. So let's go with Karim. And obviously these fragrances, like I said, this Karim is obviously it's a unisex fragrance, but I'm trying to catch up on the comments as well. Paul, have you been playing with the link? John, when you ask that question, you remind me, because I think I did see when I saw Lizzie open the cup, I'm like, that is so satisfying. John's walking review are the only time I see the countryside. So oh, bless. I think John is quite lucky with where he is, because they really have a lovely countryside. And especially if you live like in London, that is just heavenly that you would find that much space, you know, just green space. It's amazing. I love seeing the country. Yeah, me too. We have farms around here, but I don't go to anyone's farm because most of it is just private properties. So, and I don't have that massive estate. Anyway, moving on, let's spray Karim. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to feed it too much. You guys, I'm trying so much to focus. Yeah, John is up there, up in I don't know if I should say, what did Kat say? Magnetic cups are addictive. Sometimes I just sit and feed them with my Bible. Do you know what? That is exactly me and cups. I will tell you, especially the cups from Savage and the cups from Amouage. They are all magnetic. Like, it's just so satisfying. It's like you said, you can't stop, is it? And I thought Jordan was in Manchester, same as London. It's not right. And now, no, well, I don't know how far. How far from not too far, is it? From that way, but okay. Oh, that's a shame, John. But then I would imagine lots of people fly tipping if there's no one about. Look at the oil, the sheen on my arm. Can you see that? Look at now. That and as well, these fragrances, they have 20% oils, so quite good amount of oils in them. And this is why I think they as well last quite long. This is why they last long as well, because the one I have, it does last you the whole day. Like literally, you can have Mara on all day. And I don't know about you, especially I think maybe even for men. Men don't want, if you don't carry a bag out, you don't want to carry fragrances in your pocket. So if you get a fragrance that can last you a whole working day, that is great, isn't it? And yeah. Okay. So going with Karem. Karem opens up it's a woody. I feel like I don't know what I would expect from the name Karem. I think my mind just goes to it should smell something like a Oriental, you know, those fragrances like Middle Eastern fragrances. That's what I expect it to smell, just going by the name. So in this one, it's meant to be a Oriental woody. Oh yes. I'm just looking. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. I saw John says that I'm not far from the sea. It's very cold. It's very cold up there, isn't it? And John says, yeah, exactly. Yeah, men don't want to carry. If you're not carrying a bag, you don't want to. Okay. That is good. Oh, no. That's amazing. I think we're going to make this happen when all this lockdown is over. I hope, I really hope that this lockdown will be over at some point and that we can have a life again and go out and venture, because then we can all meet up. And can you imagine what a day that will be? Just all meet up and just chill, smell fragrances, eat, drink. That is what I would like for all of us, to just meet up, catch up, and just have a chat, a good old chat. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah, and good. Okay. And anyway, the fragrance. Back to the fragrance. I'm so distracted. I keep wanting to see what's going on in the chat. You guys are being amazing as always. Very, very nice. So this fragrance, Karem. I'm just gonna look something up that was mentioned about it. When I spoke to Iona, she was just saying that Karem is a noble, and this because this perfume is black with gold. So I think that all the fragrances in the collection, they come in the same packaging. So Karem is noble. I think maybe that's what it means in the language that it's meant to be in Arabic, and quite a lovely fragrance. And moving on, and the other thing about the other fragrance, the Shaman. So we've got Shaman Arabic, Shaman Arabic, I think that's how I should say it. And that one, it's a shamanic fragrance to send you into a different dimension, in other dimensions in time. So it's a fragrance, it should be a power fragrance. We're gonna find out, is it a power fragrance or not? We will find out very soon. So moving on, let's carry on with Carême. So this should be, and it's a noble fragrance. I can see what they mean, and the first thing that I get from this fragrance, it's got a sweetness about it, and the rose, that is what is eating my nose like richly. Oh, elegance and letters. Yeah. We have a heap. John. John, believe it or not, it's honestly, it's not like that. It's not like that. Anyway, moving on, I'll tell you the notes that are listed in Carême. So at the top, yes, there's the citrus, and that's from the orange, and there's the rose. But then it's slightly, ever so slightly woody as well. It's got patchouli in the mid with cedar and agarwood. So we've got oud in the mid, and that oud is again repeated in the base, and then we've got some musk, and there's vanilla. So I think maybe the vanilla even does come forth right at the top as well. It's quite nice, but the citrus in this, it's almost like not your actual orange, but the peel of the orange, you know, like an orange peel, that's zestiness, that's what I get, but mixed with the rose, quite, it's not like sharp, it's not, but it's a gorgeous, lovely smelling, lovely smelling. And I imagine that if you are a noble person, you don't want a very shouty fragrance, because I imagine that your presence itself is enough, and this is what this fragrance feels like. I'm just looking. This is the price one. Very good question, Paul. I think that these are, I imagine they are over £100. I must be honest. The bottle was sent to me, actually not from the brand, but from my dear friend. So I'm gonna quickly, I don't know if anyone in the chat is okay to look up the price for it. So it is, you can check it out, Carême, I think it should, does this one. Wait, this is very much unisex, and I feel like pour this fragrance would even gravitate more to masculine side than the feminine side, even though it's got that lovely rose and the lovely orange. Because of those woods as well, they kind of tone things down, where the oranges is not like sharp, sweet, so citrusy. It's quite lovely, not as much as I thought. How much are they? Please do tell us the price if you've looked it up. I should have. I think I did look up the price, but it was in another, I didn't bother to, not that I didn't bother, I meant to, but I just didn't get to translate the price into pounds. We offer in the dimension of time with lockdown. Yeah, and does this one? Yes. So how much was it for? Do let us know if you managed to convert those prices, because I know the price was in another in another currency. So yeah, and John, I've got a large glass of water here, so look at that. Oh, water. Believe it or not, it's water. Right. So Carême, this is quite nice. It's quite nice, and like I said, this has the feeling of, you know, like if you, I don't know about you, but if you go, it's kind of reminding me like being in a shop, for example, in Turkey, and there's those kind of hints of sweet things, like maybe they are selling their Turkish delights and there's some sweet things. that's what, you know, that vibe, like something sweet going on, something woody, you know, that environment, that's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know why. Smelling it just took me there. Maybe I'm being deceived. Maybe I'm deceiving my nose, my brain, because of the name. But that's where it took me. Like, I just imagine, you know, going in the shop in Turkey, looking at those sweets, and they have like massive like trays of sweets, and you can just choose what you want and they'll pack them up so for you. So yeah, right, we'll come back to this and see how it's going. Kat says water is good. Absolutely. No, Karina, there's no gin. Oh my God, look, I'm almost getting a double chin. If I do that, I'm gonna get a double chin. So actually, I should sit up straight like that so that I'm not getting a double chin. So I'm trying to be very good. And I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, so I really am hoping someone one day is gonna tell me they can see results, a change, because so far I'm off carbs, like literally I'm not eating any of the carbs, blah, blah, blah. I'm off carbs, and I did have a slice of bread. Actually, I did have 2 slices of bread over the weekend, but that's it. And I'm not obviously eating carbs, and as well, I'm not even eating any meat. That's one thing I gave up for Easter. So I've only been on fish since Lent started. So we'll see how that goes. But I'll tell you something strange. In spite of not eating any meat, not eating any carbs and everything, when I checked my weight, I think over 2 weeks, I lost like, I don't know, maybe 1 kilo. I'm like, what? This is not going as well as I anticipated. I was thinking to myself, by now my clothes will be so no gin today. Should I wait till Nigel's live? Yeah, that's it. Do you know what, you guys? I normally miss Nigel's lives because they come on about 10 o'clock on Fridays, and it's like me and the mister's time. And I'm like, I don't want to be rude that I'm going off to watch a live. Don't want to upset the harbors. So I drink water. It's healthy. I drink water too. And the other thing is, obviously, I'm off things like a lot of cheeses, and I stopped taking milk. I stopped taking sugar altogether. I mean, occasionally I've been having a spoon of honey if I need it, but yeah. So we'll see how things go. I'm really hoping I see a difference, because I think lockdown hasn't been very kind, and I'm one of those people, I've said this before, everything I eat just goes to cheeks and to my cheeks and to my tummy. So I'm hoping that I can just, you know, get in good shape and stuff before the summer comes, because I don't want, when summer comes, and, you know, go to the beach and just sit there, because I don't feel very comfortable in my skin. So fingers crossed. All right, can't wait for that. And John says, me, I look always very beautiful. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, John. Sugar is absolutely. Yes, to be honest, even though I say I'm not eating sugar, it's not like I've been really where I take sugar, but I mean, I've stayed away from things that are sweet, because I realized even though I don't eat sugar, I would occasionally, and maybe rightly so, lots of times have a cake with kids. You know, sometimes it can be helped, and I've been just trying to stay away from that. My mobs and be like, give me woman. John, come on. But then, John, you are a man, it's different. It's different. When you're a woman, a big belly is not very, yeah, no. And you know what? Even with all that said, I want to think of myself as someone who loves myself in my body. So can you imagine if you are someone who's not even very confident in your skin? It can be a massive letdown that you're getting so big. So, you know, you are too kind, Paul. And Kat said sugar is from hell. Sugar is definitely from hell. And do you know what? I thought to myself, why can't they just stop making these things that are not good for us? Then nobody would have to worry about it. Like, do away with all the junk food. By no means sell no like this, but it's big business. So exactly, John. We have to be happy with ourselves and you know, John, it took me a few years before I can actually go to the beach and enjoy, like go to the beach, because I spent a good, 5 years just, you know, my kids were small, and every time I would go to the beach, I'm just sat there minding the baby or stuff like that. Or, you know, I just didn't even feel confident because always it's like, oh, I'm breastfeeding. Oh, maybe I'll go for a swim and my breasts will start leaking. Anyway, so now that I have the freedom with no babies in sight, I should be able to just enjoy to go out on the beach. And now we can't. So hopefully we will be able to. But I'm afraid, I feel like there's going to be maybe more bad news for us, such that we can't travel still, etc. Because I've seen a few theories being thrown around about a third wave, about a new variant, and I'm just like, please, can this just end? Like, I'm tired. I need a holiday where I don't have to be cooking, cleaning, or things like that. That's what I need. Go away, have someone prepare meals for me, clean for me, then I can just chill. That's all I want. So exactly, everyone has changed since lockdown. Wet and hair, no doubt. Absolutely. Yes, Karina's saying about the wet and hair. Yes, and this is why as well, my hair, I'm just like, I have to keep combing my afro every day. And I'm like, I don't want to do that every day. I wish I can just go to the hairdressers. I wish I can go to get my nails done. Wouldn't it be nice? Because every time you do your nails, go to the kitchen, scrub a pan. Oh, I need to do my nails, and it's just a nuisance. Anyway, we just want to have a life. Is that too much to ask? Paul says Europe is amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't know, is Exxon's going to happen? Do you know what? I changed my flights and travel twice before from the time I bought the ticket. That was the third time. So after that, I didn't even bother to even change it to a new flight or anything, because I thought to myself, this is just never ending. Maybe we'll just wait till next year. It's a shame, but I think I don't even have a ticket now, so I'm not even going. But I wonder if that's even going to happen, because Italy now, with what's going on, they're back. It's not looking good. So maybe they will cancel it again. So we'll see. Right. Okay, let's move on. So, Karem, I'm smelling gorgeous. Actually, this is actually just a rose fragrance. Karem is just like a rosewood fragrance. This is a rosewood, gorgeous, lovely, lovely rosewood. Let's smell another one. Let's go with, which one shall we do? We've got leatherwood, and we have Shaman Arabic, and we do have musk tobacco. So which one shall we go with? Tell me, which one shall we go with? Do not book this yet. Yeah, definitely. Do you know what? That said, I was very tempted to even book a holiday to Turkey, because I saw Turkey have said that they're gonna let people travel, tourists. They're going to let tourists in without requiring a vaccine, passport, etc. And I thought, oh, that's quite nice. And that was the last place we went before all the lockdown kicked in. So I'm like, that would be nice. But then I'm afraid having to go in case the rules are the same, that you have to quarantine on return, or something happens, they change the rules whilst we are away. I can't afford that, especially with kids. It would be too much to deal with. So, no. Oh, look at that. FLAVIUS is in the house. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah. Yeah, no, Yeah. Just Paul is saying they might have to go online again. Yes, but it's a shame because when they go online, we all know it's not the same as having to go there and meet people in person, smell all the lovely fragrances, you know. It's just not the same. Exactly. Karina is saying you would end up paying £1,750 to quarantine when you get back, and I can't do that. I'm not paying. Someone said to me, that is a prison hotel. I'm not paying for a prison hotel just for coming back on holiday. And besides, that money, that could be as well your holiday money, depending on where you go. It's just ridiculous. No, we're just gonna stay here for now. We are going to stay here and see how things go. And Flavius is here. Good evening, Flavius. It's so lovely to see you. Yeah. Leatherwood sounds alpha male. Leatherwood sounds alpha male, but I think that fragrance is probably do not do change. That's it. That is it. Yes, Flavius is in the house. Oh, thank you so much, Flavius. We did speak about you. Go to Brighton Hove. I love Brighton, but you know what I don't like? The beach is a stony beach. So we prefer to go down to Littlehampton, or we normally do go as well to West Whitling, which is a lovely, lovely beach. Every time we've gone to West Whitling, someone is asking me, oh, I didn't realize you've gone on holiday. I'm like, no, honey, this is still England. We do have lovely beaches here. And yeah, I don't speak so much. Don't know what it is about. Flavius. But Flavius, you have these fragrances in the shop, so you could as well speak to us about them. Maybe you could even tell us which is the best seller. Flavius, are you okay to join us? That would be amazing because, like I said, Flavius has these in his shop, so he's here. Flavius, if you would come to speak to us, that would be awesome. Why not? Flavius, your fragrances are selling out. They are. Absolutely. Oh, look, the Centurion is in the house. Hey, Scott, good evening. And no, you're not late. You're very much on time. Never too late. Right. So, Flavia says he doesn't want to hijack the show because it's about Cocoon. Of course, I know Cocoon, it's just as well your baby, Flavius, because it's also a Romanian brand. I imagine if I saw a fragrance from a Zambian girl, I'll be like, that is, you know, support. So the Centurion, we did mention your fragrance. Thank you so much for Ledger X. Where are we? Ledger X, and I've been sampling, and I have a video coming up tomorrow. So exciting stuff, and much congratulations, Scott. Right, let's speak about what we like to hear from. Come on, everyone. Flavius, come on. Yes. Exactly. We would like to hear from Flavius, wouldn't we? I would. Flavius, are you listening? If you would, that would be awesome. Anyway, can't wait. And thank you so much. My pleasure, my absolutely pleasure, Scott. We are all clapping our hands for Flavius. Yes. Flavius, it would be absolutely amazing. Let's have a look. I can't talk if you want to. Get the big man on the mic. Flavius, I'm sending you the invite. Sorry, I'm sending you the invite. Then you could join us. That would be absolutely amazing. Right. It's coming through. Let's get Flavius on this live. So much of your fans in the house, Flavius. So I've sent the message. I've sent you the invite, Flavius. Sorry to put you on the spot. I apologize, but it would be awesome because you know this brand, and obviously it's one of the brands that's in your shop. You can tell us all about how much it is. Brilliant. Peppers come out from it. I don't know, Peppers, do you have the beard? John is asking. Let's find out, shall we? All done. Right. Okay, we've sent the invite, and now let's wait for the big man to come on. And we've missed that beard and cheeky smile. Oh, of course. Let's come out from it. Yes. My reaction to that voice. Right, so as we wait, hopefully Flavius is gonna join us. That would be awesome. Oh, my fingers are twitching. Flavius. Let's wait and see. Anyway, right, so moving on, let's talk about the Shaman Arabic. Oh, Shaman Arabic. This is the fragrance that should transport us into another. So this is the fragrance that should transport us to another dimension. I'm just reading the message. It makes it good when we can be spontaneous and more can join in, as we cannot go far. I rarely see anyone. Yeah, me too. No life at all. He's got his beard gone out quick. I don't know, you guys, if Flavius is going to join us. I think Flavius has to join us. Please, Flavius, if you would, that would be absolutely awesome. I think Flavius feels he doesn't want to hijack the live for another brand. But Flavius, please, if you would, it would be absolutely awesome. Anyway, as we wait to hear back from Flavius, let's talk about he's got a bit, okay. Let's talk about Shaman Arabic, and the juice for that looks like so. Where is the cam? Actually, this juice is gosh, I'm trying to focus. Where is the camera? If I can find it. It's a light gold color, but it's not showing on the camera. I think because I've got the light in front of me, the light might be a bit too much. Well, he's looking for pants. He's not as brave as. Oh, John, stop it. Okay. Flavius is not gonna come, so yes, Flavius doesn't want to hijack this live because he says for the. Okay. Flavius is not coming, so let's carry on. Anyway, Flavius understood. Understood. Yeah, it feels like it would be not fair for him to hijack about the brand because it's just a brand he sells in his shop anyway. So anyway, he doesn't want to take someone else's. Yes. John says, John, you'll be surprised. I would get up. It's just I'm tired. I do have pants on. I'm just tired too. Oh, Paul, I would. You'd haircut before pairing. Oh, John, you're so funny. That made me laugh. Right. Let's carry on. Right, so Shaman Arabic. Let's spray this baby. I'm gonna have to roll my sleeves up and spray it on here. Let's go here. Oh, that is good. Oh, Shaman Arabic opens with a greenness. Yes, it's got a greenness about it, like a sharp, almost. This is nice. This is quite green. It opens like a fougere. It really smells like a fougere. Wow. And this would definitely be for a man, I feel. I know it's unisex, but this, I feel, definitely more for a man, more for a man than for a woman. It is unisex, but this definitely leans more masculine. Lovely. So anyway, so I don't know how many people in here like green fragrances. Who's for green fragrances? Who loves a green fragrance? And this is something we were talking about. I would cut my own hair. I would. It's something I've done for the past 5 years anyway, so I just go with it. I just cut the hairs. Even my son won't even go to the barbers. He would rather Daddy does it or I do it. So I don't know. But Karina, the barber, would say that because if you start cutting your own hair, that's him out of business. So he would tell you that. I'm not really a green fella. That's fair enough, but this is quite green. So in the notes with this one, oh, actually interesting. It does have a cardamom at the top with iris and grapefruit. Not getting much iris, but that grapefruit definitely. And the cardamom, yes, that cod spice, I can smell it now. We've got Valivon in the house. Good evening, Valivon. Or is it good afternoon for you? Thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to see you. Yes, this one has some cardamom and the lavender does come forth as well. Yes, this is definitely a fougere. I think these men would enjoy definitely a little bit sharp. I think the sharpness is from that initial opening, but it's kind of toning down ever so slightly. But you know how it is, some fragrances, when you just spray it, it's got that sharpness about it, and it fizzes out, like it fizzes away. And then in the base with this one, you do have tonka bean and there's some woody notes. So a lovely composition. I feel like this is one that would definitely be for a man, definitely. And the Duchess is in the house. Hey, Lizzie. So the Duchess is in the house. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, so definitely more for men. But oh my gosh, that lavender now is becoming more and more prominent. It is nice. It is nice for a man. A lovely made fragrance, but I feel like it's a fragrance I would love to smell on a man than myself. But and anyway, given the name as well, Shaman Arabic, but I can see how this can transport you. I imagine that if you are outside where the wind is blowing, just that freshness would even come out a bit more, I feel. This is a lovely fragrance. And as well, you know what? It's giving me the vibe of, like, you know, when you walk in the meadow, like, you know, when it's spring and there's fresh grass everywhere and you're walking in the meadow and it's almost like maybe that morning dew as well. That's what I'm getting, that vibe. That's where this fragrance is taking me, like, you know, just lovely green, that a bit bitterness as well from that grapefruit, but lovely. Definitely a man would enjoy this fragrance much more than I would. And yeah, lovely fragrance. We'll come back and see how this settles. This is nice, the Carême. This is lovely. Right, let's sample another one. Shall we go with, we've got leather oud and we have musk tobacco. Which one shall we spray? This is more like an empress after our last review later. That's it. That was awesome, wasn't it? That was awesome. Lizzie, have you been playing with the cup? Speaking of Lizzie, because she was, I was so jealous. I'm like, oh, Lizzie, I would join you and just play with that cup. Lovely. That was great stuff. Moving on, shall we spray leather oud or musk tobacco? You decide which one we go with. Or maybe we can finish things off with the musk tobacco. So let's go with leather oud, I think. I'm gonna go with my other yes, so everybody agrees. Everyone does agree that magnetic cups are addictive. So it's not just me, I'm not just the weird one. So everyone agrees. This is good. This is good. I've got nothing on. So gonna go with leather oud. Oh, that is sweet. Before I even go to it, I can just smell it. And I feel like this projects more than the others I spread, because I didn't even go near it and I can just smell it in the air. This is, wow. Oh, wow. Wow. Leather oud is lovely and sweet. It's got a nice sweetness about it. Nice sweetness about it. This is really nice. Oh, what is that? So this fragrance has a sweet orange in the notes. Sweet orange. There's also some bergamot. And in the mid, you do have coriander and rose. And in there's, hang on. Ladies, don't play with cups. John, stop it. I'm sure, John, you do that as well. Yes. Just don't. Oh. Aww. Right. I'm smelling leather oud, and this is from Cocoon. So they're a fragrance house out of Romania. It's a niche brand, fairly new, came on the market last year. There are 5 fragrances in their collection, Lizzie. And we are smelling leather oud. I'm just going to write that down on here as well. So, yeah. Yeah. Right. So, yeah. This bit is John. Anyway, so leather oud. This is really nice. This I feel like a woman would enjoy. This I feel like the woman would enjoy, whereas the Shaman Arabic leans more masculine. This one is unisex as well, but it's got a lovely sweetness, which I feel like women would be drawn to much more than the other one. And this at the top, you do have, there's the leather wood at the top. Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting because it's got at the top sandalwood, and then you've got patchouli and vetiver. All those notes are at the top. We are, I think, are much more used to seeing those notes in the base rather than at the top. Love a leather fragrance, and I'm definitely getting more into oud. Yeah, me too. I was just saying, Lizzie, there's one which is got it's a rose oud. I think maybe you would like that one, Karem. That is quite nice. But this one, it's got a lovely sweetness about it. And this is leather oud. And from the leather oud, when I looked up the notes on Fragrantica, it said there's at the top sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver. I'll be honest with you, this is smelling quite sweet. I imagine the patchouli in this has a chocolate feel to it, quite lovely sweet. And that vetiver, I'm not even getting the vetiver if I'm honest. I do get like a creamy-ish sandalwood, and then in the mid there's cedar, there's clove, and there's amber and cardamom. And then at the base there's agar oud and leather with amyris. So I think this is why it's quite sweet, because you've got amber in the mid, you've got amyris in the base, and as well there's the patchouli and the sandalwood. That's probably why. It is lovely. It is a lovely, this one, I love this. This definitely I would go and buy this one. Definitely I would go, and this is lovely. It's right up my street. It's sweet, but with a hoodie background. Quite lovely. This is really nice. This is really nice, and it's quite ambery, very ambery. This is the amber oud fragrance, definitely. Really lovely. Wow. This is more me. This is so me. This is definitely me. You know, I love a bit of sweet things. Why not? Why not? Life is tough as it is. We might as well sweeten it up a little bit, isn't it? Sounds right up your street, Scott. I think Scott would enjoy this. Given the fact that you like Grand Soir, I think you would enjoy this. The amber in this one, though, is more of the sweeter, warm amber. It's lovely, warm, yes. It's nice, sweet, warm, very nice. And this is definitely cold weather fragrance. Cold weather fragrance. I would so love this. The Shaman Arabic, definitely a spring, summer fragrance. But this is warm weather, cold weather fragrance. In the cold like we are in now, this would be so lovely. I imagine myself dressed in a pony like this, go outside, the massive scarf, maybe a hat on, and just let that cold hair and just everything, all the sweetness rises up. This is nice. I love this. This would probably be my next purchase from the house. So yeah. Grand Soir, yeah. Scott is a number man. I think we've figured that out. Yeah, definitely. Right. So we've got a last one, and this is Musk Tobacco. Where are we gonna go with Musk Tobacco? Because I feel like, Cocoon is so gorgeous. Cocoon is absolutely gorgeous. That's one I have on here. It's gone a bit creamy, but still with a bit of freshness. This is so lovely. This is gorgeous. That rose and prairie, gorgeous. Let's go at the top here. We are going at the top with Musk Tobacco. I don't know, can you see that? I don't know why the camera is not focusing. I give up. Musk Tobacco again, that projects. I didn't even take my nose anywhere near it, and oh my gosh, I can smell it. Yes, wow. Wow. This is the one with the sweet orange. Hang on. Let's try smell something else. Just nothing else. And quite interesting. I would say that the musk tobacco and the wood leather, they are, you would tell that this is from the same collection, if that makes sense. These I can smell like they have similar DNA. This is nice. Amber and rose. Oh, your fault, Mizzy. Yeah. Yeah, I was just saying that the wood, the leather wood and the musk tobacco, you can tell they are from the same house. They have a similar DNA running through them, whereas the others are a bit more different, like they are their own fragrances. But these two, you can tell they are from the same fragrances. So the musk tobacco, you've got at the top sweet orange and bergamot with lemon. I'll be honest with you, bergamot and lemon, I would have expected it to be a bit more sharp, a bit more zesty, maybe a bit more zingy, a bit more lemony, more citrus. It's not. It really is not. In the base, you do have coriander and rose. This is really nice. And Previous says he's just watching. Previous, if there is anything I'm missing, please do point it out. And this one does sound, yes. This is, it's quite interesting because this is one of those fragrances you have to smell it, because if you just look at the notes and you think, I know how this is going to smell, you would be kind of shocked because it does not smell how I would expect it to smell going by the notes. Oh well. Yes, this one really smells, it doesn't smell how I was expecting, because I was just thinking if you put bergamot and some lemons and as well some orange, I was expecting to be hit by a citrus blast. And this is not like a massive citrus. It's not. Actually, you do get the musks and some cedar. There's some woods, ever so slightly. There's the cedar lacking in the back. And the coriander, I'll be honest, again, coriander is quite in your face most of the times. And this is not like in your face. So I imagine maybe it's just used maybe to give a depth to the fragrance, whereas it's not coming like forthrightly so. And there's rose as well. But again, I'm not picking up much rose at this point. And then there's some tobacco and vanilla. Do you know what? Now in the back, I get almost like a sticky, citrusy. You know, like if you've been maybe peeling oranges or lemons, you know, that leftover stickiness on your hands, like that's how I can smell. Like, oh, I've made a salad. Now let me go wash my hands, and you can just smell that citrus zinginess. But it's not like in your face. It's more like, oh, I did this 10 minutes ago. Oh, now let me go wash my hands. Where it's not like so sharply in your face, if that makes sense. This is nice. This is nice. But I think from what I've sampled so far, I will tell you that the leather wood is my favorite, I think, of them all. That would be my immediate... I'm just making a note for myself. That would be like my immediate purchase. And followed by, I think I would maybe go with, obviously I have Mara, so that's no question. And then the Shaman Arabic, definitely for a man. Maybe I would go with Karem, and then I would go with the musk tobacco. This is nice. That is gorgeous. You guys, leatherwood, definitely you have to sample for yourself. Yes, they're all quite nice. So yeah, that was that. And going back to Karem, it's got now a bit of oud left. There's some oud there with a bit of lemon as well, a bit of orange. Just the orange lacking in the back, but the oud is there. Lovely. This is lovely. Hints of vanilla now. Hints of vanilla. Let's check out the other one. Yes, this is definitely a man's fragrance. This is for a man. Shaman Arabic, definitely men would enjoy this. And I feel like it's giving me a vibe of one of the green fragrances I have. And I think this is got, not that they are the same fragrances by any means, not at all, but obviously both fougères, and this is giving me the vibe like Germain. So if you've sampled Miguel Matos Germain, or you've sampled, I'm trying to think one of the fragrances I have from Floris London, that vibe, it's in that vein. So definitely a fragrance men would enjoy. I would love to smell it on a man than on myself. So yeah. Right, so that was the end of my sampling at the moment. And I so appreciate you guys being here and being so interactive. Really, thank you so much. So I shall be seeing you very soon. I have quite a few things coming up, and yeah, and there's still lots of videos for you to check out in case when I'm not here, so you don't get bored. You can binge watch, why not? And my next video is coming up is of Legio X, so look out for that. It's gonna be up tomorrow, because anyway it's already going to 7 o'clock, so it will be up tomorrow, and you can check it out. And I shall be seeing you very soon, and do take care. Thank you so much for watching. I'm just saying thank you, Scott. Thank you so much. Mara is my favorite. I love, yes. Mara is absolutely gorgeous. And even though it's a ladies fragrance, it's very much a unisex fragrance. Like even my husband does wear Mara. Like, it's lovely, it's gorgeous, it's nice, sweet, definitely cold weather gorgeous. Scott says I can't wait. Very soon, Scott. I think I'm gonna schedule it for tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be up tomorrow. So thank you so much, Lizzie. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. I shall see you soon. Do take care. Bye now. See you soon.